Hey guys, it's Alex from Fitment Industries. Just wanted to let you know that we're having like 10% off Rotiform and a bunch of different brands for the end of the year. So if you're interested, go check it out. I'm not sure about y'all, but when it comes up to us here in Wisconsin, we have pretty much two cars for everything that we do. One, that we get to put all the cool stuff into, like, you know, the wheels, the tires, the suspension. But that's just the place to get it. Boom. Then you have the other one. You got the one that you take the photos of and you put all over social media. And then you have the ugly one. The ugly child, the one that is not your favorite, but it's the one that's dependable. The one that you put in the closet and hope no one notices. Pretty much Harry Potter in the first movie. But hey, that doesn't mean that it's actually a bad car. We just have to have a second car because guess what? Winter sucks. We know it sucks and it just tries to kill our cars. Okay, I'm Alex at FI on Instagram, and today we're gonna be talking about the top 5 best winter beaters out there right now. Let's go. And in all honesty, we wanted to try and keep it a little bit realistic because trust me, I'd rather have an Audi RS6 as well, but apparently I have responsibilities and buying a $130,000 wagon is not the most viable vehicle to purchase as a winter beater. But winter beaters are all about, well, you know, reliability, heat, the fact that they suck the least at driving in negative 20-degree weather. So to start off at our first option, we'd have to go with an old classic, the old trusty and rusty probably, a Volkswagen GTI. The Mark 4s and Mark 5s are getting pretty realistically priced and have always been a great bang for your buck, either as a summer car to modify or a winter beater, all right? They aren't all-wheel drive, but that really doesn't matter if you've got a good set of tires. The car is small, it's compact, and you can store quite a bit of stuff in it. Because, you know, maybe this is a revelation for some, but I don't ever take anything out of any of my cars, pretty much ever, from like November to March, because it is terrible. We know you're not gonna take anything out, all right? That one coffee cup, she's sitting there, because if it is negative 15 degrees, that cup gets cold, okay? And the Volkswagen, it gets decent gas mileage, and the fact that it's small means that the heater can actually heat up the space relatively pretty quick. It matters, trust me, okay? There's nothing better than having a good heater in a small car. It's the best thing in the world. Number 2 on the list would be the classic, all right? The classic B5 A4. Now, A4s are a dime a dozen these days, especially the B5 platform. What makes these a little bit better than the GTI would be the Quattro system if you can snag it. Now, most Audis have the Quattro system already, but there are some that came in a front-wheel drive model, and you're gonna wanna stay away from those, all right? None of that, all right? Get the Quattro. If you've ever had it before, you know why people love it. They are killer systems. They help keep your dumb on the road when you're trying to show off to your passenger by drifting in a parking lot. And they don't look half bad. B5 A4s and just the B5 platform in general was probably one of the best looking Audis you could get at the time, and it's still probably pretty close up there. And sure, it's not an S4, but the likelihood of something happening to this car in the wintertime is probably the same odds that I have when I play Dakota in ping pong. I'll whoop his bang, bang, boom, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Audis do relatively pretty well in the winter weather and the elements, especially when it comes down to rust. Now, all right, nothing is impenetrable to salt, but the older Audis came with some winter packages, rust protection services, and did a decently good job with their wheel well cover liners that keep a lot of the gunk out that you normally see rust out anything else. And if that's not enough, you may just fall in love with it enough that you end up driving it forever and modifying it. I've seen that happen before. The only thing that's not really the best thing about the A4s is the old leather seats. Because until those heated seats kick on, those things are like straight ice. Number 3 on the list would be the Ford Focus. New generation, not the ST, okay? The Ford Focus, like 2014 and up, aren't too terribly priced, even though there are more than the others on the cars on this specific list. But they do a decent job at daily driving, they do a good job at keeping traction, and is good at making you feel like it's okay if someone bumps into your fender because of ice. Now, the Ford Focus is a newer generation car, which also means that you're gonna get some newer tech with with it. A lot of the nice things about newer cars is that they got fancier styles with the heating and the air conditioning and the stereo system, and they got, you know, just more efficient ways and all that sort of stuff. I mean, the Ford Focus is a newer car, and with things like a heater and a sound system and interior generally having better tech than the old cars on the list, it just helps keep you comfortable faster and longer. Not ST, because I know you're gonna turn it into a race car if you get that model, okay? So don't do that. But if you do, FitmentIndustries.com could probably hit you hooked up with some wheels, tires, and suspension. That's just how she goes. If you want to run an ST in the wintertime, you're probably just going to oversteer into a snowbank. It's just not how it works. Number 4 has got to be the classic, the old and trusty, and probably rusty, okay? The car that you either had in high school or have someone that you know that has this car. It's like the car of It's just the car of the late 2000s. The 2003 Subaru Impreza WRX blah blah, okay? Now these cars are old. The plastics, they ain't that good anymore, okay? Things shake and get rickety, but that's okay because they sound good, all right? They got the symmetrical all-wheel drive. They got the like the, you know, they got the World Rally Blue. It's got the stuff. It's just a good car. And in all seriousness, the blah bahs are a great winter beater. Now, save the spark plug jokes and cue up the rust fender jokes, but honestly, they're a banger of a good car. They're good priced, they're decent looking, and throw an exhaust on it so you can smile every single time you have a cold start, and winter won't be as bad anymore. You just gotta have to get over the fact that sometimes that car makes some interesting noises. And last but not least, I would argue is, again, a Mazda Miata. Let's go, woo! Yeah, no, we're not doing that. People just need to stop being mean to it. You can winter drive a Mazda Miata. It's just a risky biscuit. The last one I would have on here would be the Mazdaspeed 3 or non-Mazdaspeed option. Now, Mazdas do a proper job with their cars. They're a hot hatch. They sound great. They can be reliable, front wheel drive, and because of how they were made, they aren't really that expensive anymore. Now, you have to keep those bad boys clean to keep rust away from them, but they're like a beast of a good overall car. And put a little bit of blow-off valve noises in there if you want to get the turbo model, or maybe you don't, you just want to get a little intake so you can get a little noises, then there you go. You'll be happy as rain. But what the good thing is about it is, since it's a hot hatch, you've got the space, and because it's a little bit newer, you've got the tech for a nice heater, and it's a Mazda. It's gonna keep your overall costs down, which is good. It's a good idea. So what's your winter beater? Do you have one, or do you live in one of those cool states that doesn't have winter and instead has those, you know, cool things like insane crime rates and high taxes? Pretty lucky guy. Let us know what your winter beater is below if you do have one. And of course, if you're looking for aftermarket wheels, tires, or suspension, be sure to check out FitmentIndustries.com for all of your winter beater car or non-winter beater car needs. Okay? I'm Alex from Fitment Industries, and we will see you later. Peace.